Hi everyone, it's Athena here from Courage Coaching. I hope you're all well. Because I've already done a video on narcissistic mothers, I've decided to focus today's video on narcissistic fathers. Now, a narcissistic father, unfortunately, is usually very arrogant, very competitive, very self-centered. And unfortunately, their children aren't ever able to measure up to their expectations and are never good enough. So the child, and especially in this case, the son of a narcissistic father, will never win their father's approval. They will never be good enough. They will never be as perfect as the father wants them to be. Sons of narcissistic fathers lack self-confidence and feel unloved. They feel unheard, and they don't feel like they are able to make their father happy. A lot of times a narcissistic father will be absent, or they will be around a lot and they will be very critical and very controlling. The narcissistic father usually belittles or shames the son for any mistakes that the son makes, and they might make fun of any of the son's vulnerabilities, any mistakes or any limitations they have. The son may feel like they're just not man enough for their father. The father usually treats the son with contempt if they don't measure up to the way that they want the son to be. A narcissistic father may boast about an inflated version of the son's achievements just to show off to his friends, but the narcissistic father behind closed doors will be very much of a bully. He will always make his son feel less than or not as good as him. So the son will therefore feel like he has to compete with the father, and he will have to always prove himself to even get a tiny ounce of approval. Unfortunately, lack of empathy is a typical sign of narcissists, especially those with full-blown narcissistic personality. And the same goes for a father with narcissism. When narcissistic fathers get involved with their son's activities, they usually want to micromanage everything that their son does, or they will be emotionally distant and they will be caught up in their work, and they will not care about what their son is doing at school or in their education or in their personal life. Some narcissistic fathers will make fun of their sons if they have their first girlfriend. They may offer ill advice, or they may tell them that their choice of partner isn't good enough. They will just micromanage everything. So a narcissistic father is just like a narcissistic mother. They aren't able to love unconditionally, unfortunately, and the son will suffer the same as a daughter would in the case of having a narcissistic mother. Unfortunately, sons of narcissistic fathers grow up feeling a deep sense of shame, of guilt, of never being good enough, of never being able to get their father's approval. So they will either become perfectionists themselves, pushing themselves too hard to achieve in order to make their father accept them, or they will end up being the complete opposite of that, and they will end up self-sabotaging and not being able to move forward. They will suffer with a deep depression and with a deep feeling of emptiness. So that's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it was helpful to any of you out there who have a narcissistic father. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great week and see you next time.